Hi, it's Rachel with Sam, and since he and I have been practicing the sit-stays, we're moving on to the park it command, which uses the sit-stay and puts it in a practical application. So what park it is say you have people coming over, or there's the pizza delivery guy that's going to be stopping by and giving you your dinner, something like that, and you don't want Sam and Mary up around, you want them just out of the way. What you do is you tell them park it, and they go to a designated area that's near the door, wherever you're going to need to use this command. And the area is designated by like a bed or a blanket that doesn't move, and you tell them to park it, and they sit or lay and stay there until you come release them. So it gives them a comfortable place to go, it keeps them out of the way, and then you can come get them when it's okay for them to be around the house as usual. So in order to practice that, I have these puzzle mats set out, so it's differentiated and it's comfortable for Sam to sit on. He's checked him out, so he's comfortable with them. And so we're just going to work on the park it command, and I'm going to show you first how to do the park it command, and then later either here, if we get to it in his training, or with you at home, then you add the sit-stay on top of it. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be walking him through every step. I get a treat in my hand and hold it like this, and then when I want him to go, I use the treat and I motion and I say park it, and I point to where he's supposed to go. And I'll walk him over there, guide him with the leash, and then use the treat to guide him into a sit. From there, I'll reward him for a good park it, because we have to get him to the point where he will go to the mat and know that before we add the sit-stay on top of it. So, Sam, park it, park it, park it.
Good park it, Sam. Good park it. Good boy. Good boy. Good park it.
Okay, so that was excellent. Just exactly what he's supposed to do. I was repeating the park it command just so that he gets that in his head, and he doesn't have to be sitting completely on the mat, just some part of him on the mat so that he knows that's where it is. So we're just going to keep repeating this, and I'll be helping him out along the way. Sam, park it.
Good park it, Sam. Good park it. Good boy. Good boy.
All right, he's picking this up really quickly, which is really great to see. Park it.
Good park it. Oh, what a good boy. What a good park it, Sam. Yeah.
All right, now what I'm going to do is do this from a different angle, so that, you know, maybe if you need to tell him from a different area in the house, you tell him to go park it, he goes to his bed. The important thing about the park it is the location of his bed doesn't change, but the location of where you tell him to do it might change. Which dogs, they pick up on patterns and habits really well. So, with a lot of dogs that have been doing, you know, sit and down for ages, they might not actually really know the down command. So if you ask them to down from a stand, they might not be able to do it because they're only used to sit and then down. So they're used to sit having to come before the down. It's the same thing here. They get used to a specific routine. If I practice park it, you know, every single day with Sam right here, he'd be great at it, you know, from here to there. But he might not be able to take that and apply what he learned to you at home, or if I move the mat on the other side of the driveway and practice park it or anything like that. So it's important to kind of mix it up, the same command, but from different places, so that he's able to learn those with the differences. So, come here, Sam. Sam, park it.
Good park it. Good job. Good job, Sam.
All right, that was just as good as the other ones. Keep them flexible.
Parkit. Good Parkit, Sam. Good boy.
Okay, he's doing really well. I noticed with the pointing with my finger, he does follow it pretty well. So this time, I'm going to try to stand kind of in between him and the mat and see how far he goes on his own without me having to necessarily walk in each step of the way. So come here, Sam. Okay. Park it. Park it.
Parkit. Good boy. Good boy.
Okay, so he's really catching on where he's supposed to go. So with that, I was still guiding him with the hand, and I was pretty much able to touch both him and the mat at the same time. However, he did do a lot of the walking up on the hand. Sam, no. Come here. Sam, park it.
Good Parkit. Good boy.
Sit. Sit. Sam, sit. Good, sit. Stay. Okay, so we're just going to practice this sit-stay until everything is done with the motorcycle. Now with this, he is a bit more vocal than Mary is when there's a new person or a new thing that comes up, but Sam is a lot more responsive. So you can see for the most part, even now, he's still kind of, you know, making sounds, but it's not a full-on bark. And I was able to get him in to sit, get him to look at me and go through the commands. So that's good. He's just a little bit louder about it. So I know it's difficult, especially at home, but when you practice loose leash walking and heeling with Sam and Mary, I really suggest that you practice them separately so that you can also address how they meet people differently and separately. Because, you know, doing one technique is not going to work for both of them because they have two really different responses to that. So just a little side note there, and he and I are going to go back to working on our Parkit. Okay, so I'm going to bring him up here, so a little farther distance. Come here, Sam. Sit. Good boy. Good sit. Sam, Parkit. Parkit.
Good Parkit. Good boy.
Good boy. All right, it seems like he sat that time with a little less guidance, so that's good. He's getting the hang of it. And he does continue forward, but he doesn't go past me all that much. Just kind of goes to my arm's length. So, excuse me. That is why we work on this and approach it in this way. He needs to have the sit-stay in order to do the next step of Parkit. And once he learns of where he is supposed to go, the sit-stay will come a lot easier. See him? Parkit. Parkit.
Good Parkit. Good boy.
Okay, since he does have trouble kind of going forward, if you have two people at home where you guys can kind of tag team this and practice it together, that can be very helpful. So if you get one of the super long training leashes like I used for him with Come, or if you link the two leashes together, if their bed is in a area where you can have one person on either side, say, here, Sam, come here. Sam, sit. All right. Say the person giving the command is here, and then the person who's holding the leashes, stay, is over here. Sam, come here. Sit. Stay. You know, this person holding the leash shouldn't, stay, shouldn't be drawing a lot of attention to themselves. and should be standing back farther from the bed than this. So when the first person says park it, the second person can pull him forward and stop pulling him when he gets on the bed. And then you can tell him sit. Just like that. Good sit. Good sit. So the person with the leash is doing nothing but pulling him and then releasing the pressure when he is in the correct spot. And the person out here is telling him to park it and rewarding him, telling him to sit if need be, and all of that. So that's a way that you can kind of tag team it to help get him to go the extra space, the extra distance. So walking away from you instead of you having to walk him to his bed each time. Maybe that will help. But he's done really great for his first day, and I think that he'll definitely be really good at this. This was Rachel and Sam, and we were working on Park It.